Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Ralph Johnson, a name inseparable from progress and extravagance behind each fruitful man, is a story of commitment, tirelessness, and a cherishing family. Today, we're digging into the life of Ralph Johnson, unwinding the layers of his remarkable excursion from humble starting points to the lap of richness. Ralph's story isn't just about riches, it's about the qualities he holds dear, and individuals who stand close by through good and bad go along. With us as we investigate the features of Ralph's life, his caring spouse, his lovable youngsters, and the way of life they lead that is a mix of style and straightforwardness. However, what's existence without a dash of excess? We'll take you on a selective visit through Ralph's extravagant houses, so lock in for a remarkable venture through the existence, love, and heritage of Ralph Johnson. Ralph Randolph Johnson's an American artist, lyricist, and performer. Furthermore, Maker has cut a remarkable profession in the music business, flaunting a net worth of roughly $3 million, a critical figure in the prestigious band Earth, Wind, and Fire. Johnson's commitments as a percussionist have made a permanent imprint on the music scene. Earth, Wind, and Fire, an American melodic force to be reckoned with, rise above melodic limits, with their diverse styles spreading over classes like jazz, R&B, soul, funk, disco pop, Latin, and Afropop. This adaptability has procured them basic praise and a devoted fan base over all the bands. Accomplishments talk volumes about their effect and impact, with 6 Grammy grants and 4 American Music grants added to their repertoire. They stand tall among music eminence, their awards incorporate enlistment into esteemed establishments like the Rowdy Lobby of Acclaim, the Vocal Gathering Corridor of Notoriety, the NAACP Picture Grants Corridor of Distinction, and Hollywood's Rock Walk. Additionally, they have been respected with a star on the Distinguished Hollywood Stroll of Popularity. Earth, Wind, and Fire's awards reach out past the domain of music grants they have gotten regarded respects for. For example, the ASCAP Soul and Beat Inheritance grant the Wager Lifetime Accomplishment grant, the Spirit Train Legends grant the NARA Signature Lead Representative's Honor, the Grammy Lifetime Achievement grant, the Legislative Skyline Grant in 2012, and a renowned Kennedy Center distinction in 2019. Their influence on music history is unquestionable. Drifter hailed them as innovative, exact yet erotic, determined at this point, stirringly recognizing their extraordinary effect on dark pop. Music VH1 repeated these opinions, naming Earth, Wind, and Fire as one of the best groups to, at any point, beauty the music scene. Ralph Johnson was brought into the world on July 4, 1951, in the dynamic city of Los Angeles. Ralph Randolph Johnson's melodic venture started in the core of a family loaded up with song and musicality. With a lyricist father and a vocalist mother, music was imbued in his childhood, with tunes continually resounding through the family home. At the youthful age of 8, Johnson's energy for percussion was lighted when he accepted his most memorable catch drum in and drum examples. This early prologue to music established the groundwork for his future tries in the business. Submerged in the rich heights of R&B, he tracked down comfort in the deep tunes of Motown stacks. Furthermore, guileful and the family stone molding his melodic bed since early on. His melodic excursion kept on prospering as he improved his abilities in rudimentary center. Furthermore, secondary school groups exhibiting his ability and commitment to his specialty. Anyway, it was an extraordinary second at 13 years old when Johnson encountered his most memorable live show, seeing the zapping energy of James Earthy Collard's exhibition and the entrancing sight of 3 drum sets on stage in 1965. Johnson's melodic skylines extended further when his more seasoned sibling acquainted him with the dazzling scene of jazz music. Anxious to investigate this new melodic scene, he drenched himself in neighborhood groups. For example, the group Turban and the Experts Kids, where he further refined his abilities and embraced the various rhythms of jazz in the music scene. Of 1971, a critical second unfurled when Maurice White, the vision Ari behind Earth, Wind, and Fire, pursued a strong choice. Having recorded 2 collections for Warner Siblings Records, White disbanded his group, leaving just himself and his sibling bassist for senior member White remaining in the midst of the melodic vulnerability. Anyway, destiny mediated in December of that year when Maurice White coincidentally found a presentation by Ralph Randolph Johnson at a club in Los Angeles. Perceiving Johnson's undenying capable ability, white burned through no time and stretching out a greeting for him to try out for the rejuvenated Earth Wind. What's more, Fire set up joined by a cadre of remarkable artists, including vocalists Helena Davis and Philip Bailey, flute player Ronnie Regulations, keyboardist Larry Dunn, and mood guitarist Roland Bautista, the new Earth Wind. And Fire arose as a power to be dealt with. Performer Jessica separates a previous individual from companions of differentiation, before long joined the position, cementing the band's dynamic arrangement. With restored life, Earth, Wind, and Fire headed out in different directions from Warner siblings and wandered into the studio to record their original collection, The Last Days and Times, under the CBS mark in 1972. This undeniable, the start of a new time for the band, one portrayed by development, inventiveness, and unrivaled musicality as a basic individual from Earth, Wind, and Fire. Ralph Randolph Johnson's commitments as a percussionist were instrumental in molding the band's sound and inheritance. His amazing ability procured him enlistment into the renowned Rowdy Corridor of popularity, alongside a noteworthy cluster of honors, including 6 Grammy grants. Furthermore, 2 privileged Grammy grants, the band's effect extraordinary honors, earning far and wide recognition in business. Accomplishment with more than 90 million records sold, 50 platinum and gold RIA grants, and 4 American Music grants. Earth, Wind, and Fire established their status as one of the most incredible selling groups ever, enamoring crowds around the globe with their irresistible rhythms. What's more, profound tunes in the dynamic year of 2000, Ralph Randolph Johnson left on a melodic excursion that would take him across seas to Copenhagen, Denmark. Collaborating with individual artist Morris Delight, they set off on a mission to investigate new skylines in the domain of jazz. Laying the foundation for a notable task together, Johnson and Joy shaped the center of the jazz troupe named Sound Caviar. Joined by the skilled Steam Kite, this diverse triplet brought their special mix of melodic ability to the front, charming crowds with their inventive sound and charming exhibitions. The perfection of their imaginative undertakings came about in the arrival of their introduction collection, Trans-Maritime, a demonstration of their cooperative soul and unfathomable inventiveness, highlighting a heavenly setup of visitor specialists, including illuminating presences such as Howard Hughes, Janet Jackson, Philip Bailey, Jonathan Head, Servant, and George Duke. The collection spellbounds audience members with its entrancing tunes and heartfelt rhythms. In 2014, Johnson wandered into the domain of occasion music, teaming up with acclaimed artist and musician Garrett to deliver the inspiring Christmas tune, Have an Extremely Joyful Christmas, written by Johnson, Garrett, Eric Nuhr, and Raymond Crossley. This bubbly tune spread satisfaction and cheer, procuring a desired spot in the 2019 film Occasion Rush, featuring the amazing Dear Love proceeding with his melodic Odyssey. Johnson divulged his performance project in 2019 with the arrival of Colluded. Everything is Wonderful. This performance attempt displayed Johnson's flexibility as a craftsman, offering audience members a brief look into his extraordinary melodic vision and imaginative creativity. In Walk 2020, Johnson joined forces with jazz pianist Gerald Clayton to convey a spirit-mixing single named Smooth and You, co-composed by Johnson, Raymond Crossley, Gerald Clayton, and D. Stone. This enrapturing creation displayed Johnson's unique style and immovable enthusiasm for music all through his renowned lifetime. Johnson is teamed up with a different exhibit of specialists, displaying his flexibility and ability as a percussionist and maker, from his commitments to the Blue Wizardry's Message from the Enchantment and Stanley's Delicate Fellowship to his work with notable behaves like The Enticements. Also, Howard Hughes Johnson's melodic inheritance keeps on reverberating across ages, making a permanent imprint on the universe of music. Next, we welcome you to investigate his home now manor in Forest Slopes, California. Situated in the heart of Forest Slopes, California, lies the idyllic dwelling place of Ralph Johnson, his spouse, and their youngsters, with a rambling area of 26 square feet. This beguiling home offers the ideal mix of solace and refinement, bragging 3 rooms and 2 washrooms to oblige the necessities of a developing family. Upon appearance, visitors are welcomed by a beautiful exterior, enhanced with mature palm trees and lavish finishing, making way for the glory that exists in an extensive cleared carport, prompting an enclosed carport, giving more than adequate parking spots for inhabitants and guests. The same way, Venturing through the twofold iron and glass front entryways, guests are invited into a roomy entrance embellished with built-in closets. Thanks for watching this video.